What's up, my freak show people out there? Okay, welcome to another rendition of the Ringmaster Presents. This one's called The Vlog, A Paid Vacation. Who's on a paid vacation? This guy. Finally, I get a paid vacation from work. I was gonna go somewhere, but then I realized I didn't have no money. So, I just opted to just stay at home this year. So, fine. I'm gonna enjoy my sweet tea. I mean, this is Kroger brand sweet tea. Not bad. I got a whole bunch of Milos in there, so I'm good. Mm-hmm. Then I was trying to clean stuff, digging through stuff. Found some Ninja Turtle stickers. Not really a fan of this version of Ninja Turtle, but I still like the stickers for some reason. So I bought them. I just can't remember when I bought them or where I got them. Anyways, though, yeah, I just want to go ahead and jump straight into pro wrestling. It was a hot topic these past few weeks, with the deaths that we had and the altercation between, Jack Perry and CM Punk at All In, and apparently, from what I read, Samoa Joe broke it up and he was pissed off, blah, blah, blah. Well, now I've gotten in reports, I think it was either yesterday or the day before, CM Punk has been fired from AEW, which shocks me because I didn't think Tony had the balls to do it. Just like I didn't think he would come out on Collision, Punk show, in Chicago, and tell him about it face to face. I gotta admit, Tony, that took a lot of guts. So I commend you for that. What I don't commend you for, though, is this all could have been avoided if you would just stood up to all these wrestlers telling them to stop. Start suspending people left and right for either taking cheap shots at each other on TV or behind the scenes. Like, you just decide, hey, I'm just going to let it happen. And then maybe later I might do something. I'm just going to sit here and look at everybody like I'm a creepy. Tony, no offense. With that hair, and my eyes, you look creepy as hell, dude. You do. But, anyways, though, yeah, you should have grabbed a hold of the situation. Should have told Jack Perry to sit his little boy tail down, because in WWE, he probably would be a jobber, losing to Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar every week. But the whole thing was just so stupid. And don't get me wrong, Punk brought it on himself. But it also wasn't completely his fault. Jack Perry, Tony Khan, it's all their fault too. Like, the whole thing is just stupid. That place is out of control. I appreciate MJF trying to do damage control when he was doing the media scrum. And saying, we all just don't get along sometimes, but I'm proud of these guys. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, MJF is being the leader that everybody thought Punk would be. Just facts. I mean, I think that's one of the things that probably made CM Punk mad when he came back and, did the whole X on the title, I'm the real world's champion, I'm straight edge, which means I'm better than you. Who does that remind you of? Who stole my phrase? Blah, blah, blah. I think what it is CM Punk was just a little perturbed that MJF is having the type of championship run and being in the storylines that I think was meant for Punk. MJF is having the kind of run that Punk was supposed to have. I think he's jealous. But MJF has literally taken the company by the horns and leading them. Like, I wasn't a big fan of MJF for a minute there. But then he just grew on me. He started making me laugh, and then it's just like, okay, I'm a fan. I'm going to still do my job as a fan that most fans don't do, and I'm going to boo you and tell you suck when you come out. Because that's what you're supposed to do to a heel. I don't know if he's exactly a heel now, doing the whole better than you, baby. I still want to call them the Undisputed Devils. I like that better, but it is what it is. I still want to get the t-shirt that says Double Clothesline. I kind of wish they would stop winning with that. When they won it all out pre-show with that, I was like, really? It was funny. It was funny on the regular shows, but really. But and congratulations to AEW with their big show at the Wembley Stadium. It was over 80,000. Ain't no other wrestling event ever done that in history. Of people who actually wanted to be there and paid to be there. Let's just get that little asterisk out of the way, because there have been wrestling shows that have had bigger crowds. WCW North Korea for 2 nights, and they were forced, so it's not like they were there willingly. So it's hard to count them, but if you look it up and say what event drew the biggest wrestling crowd ever, the WCW in North Korea it'll be up there. Or was it South Korea? I don't remember. But yeah, I didn't watch AEW all the way just because. I'm sorry, $50 for a pay-per-view. That's just the pay-per-view and maybe that media scrum afterwards. That ain't worth it. That is not worth no $50. WWE pay-per-views, I wouldn't pay $50 for. And maybe it's because of the fact that you get such a good deal with a network where you get Peacock and all their stuff, plus the WWE Network, which comes with a whole archive of back footage, and then you get the new premium live events. Maybe I'm just spoiled on that, and that's why I don't want to pay $50 for a pay-per-view. But also AEW doesn't put out a card that makes me think, man, it's $50 worth. $20 or $30, yes. All In actually had a pretty good, decent card for the most part. I just didn't care for Stadium Stampede and Bullet Club Gold. Bullet Club Piss. It sucks. They just suck, But yeah, as far as like the people who I predicted to win, I did pretty good on it. I got 7 out of 10 right. I'm sorry, 7 out of 11 if you count the tag team title match. The only ones I didn't predict right was Will Ospreay and Jericho. I thought Jericho would win. And I picked the Golden Elite to beat the Bullet Club Gold. I was a little biased, because I'm a fan of the Elite. Not the biggest fan of Ibushi, but he is good though. He is really good. I picked Britt Baker in that Fatal 4-Way match, and it's Saraya. I should have known Saraya would win because they were in UK. And as soon as before the match started, when everybody was making their entrances, she came out the Queen. She came out with her family. I'm just like, oh man, she might win. She might win. I want Britt Baker to win, but I think she might win. So yeah, Saraya wins the women's title, and it was a great moment for her. I'm very happy for her. Very happy for her family. It was a great moment to witness. I was wrong about the House of Black and Acclaim to Billy Gunn, because I like the Acclaim, but this whole Billy scissor me daddy ass is so fucking stupid. It's such garbage. Acclaim, y'all are better than that. Scissor me daddy ass. It's so stupid. It shows the ignorance of this company. WWE's done some ignorant stuff like that too, but good lord. But yeah, besides those, I predicted everything else. CM Punk to beat Joe, MJF to retain, FTR to retain, even though I do like the Bucks. And of course, MJF and Cole to win the ROH tag titles. Even for the AEW tag titles, I don't know if I would have picked MJF and Cole. I kind of wish they would, because I really want AEW to start just focusing on their stuff. And Tony Khan, I think he should give Collision to Ring of Honor. And let someone run Ring of Honor and have all their stuff on there. And then do pay-per-views with them in between all the AEW pay-per-views. I don't think you should be mixing the two. Because to me, I don't think anybody's going to. I certainly don't care. I don't care about wins. And plus, I think it makes them look bad when you let someone beat your ROH tag champs with a double clothesline. It's ridiculous. It's kind of funny, but also ridiculous. But all in, great, decent show from what I saw on the highlights and such. what I think is really stupid is a week later you're gonna come out with All Out. Like, here I was thinking that All In was gonna replace All Out, which I think it should. I think it should, because All In was, the start of everything, really. Even though it wasn't an AEW event technically, it was the start of everything. But then you do All Out, and I'm looking at the card. I'm just like, this looks, no offense, Tony Khan, but this looks piss poor. I mean, just this. I'm definitely not paying $50 for this. Luchasaurus versus Darby Allin for the TNT title. Yeah, I mean, it might be a good match. I'm not saying it won't be a good match. It's just I don't TNT, TBS title, ROH TV title. I don't give a shit about none of that. Not unless you're gonna go to an ROH event, then I'll care. Like you just had Samoa Joe versus CM Punk. Why am I going to care about Samoa Joe versus Shane Taylor? No offense to Shane Taylor, he is a good talent. I'm just saying, why am I going to care? Now I do care about the 8-man tag match with FTR and the Bucks versus BEC Gold. I'm not a fan of BC Gold, but in this kind of match, this match might be lit up really good. I'm picking Luchasaurus to beat Darby Allin to retain the TNT title. FTR and the Bucks, I'm picking them to beat the Bullet Club Gold. Samoa Joe to retain. Kingston Shibata versus the Blackpool Combat Club, Yuta and Claudio. Sort of don't care about this because I'm not a Kingston fan. Shibata's okay. So I'm picking the Blackpool Combat Club. I wouldn't have picked him if it would have been Moxley in the match because I'm just not a fan of Moxley. I'm not. Another match I really don't give a crap about. No offense to Miro. Miro versus Powerhouse Hobbs. It's just, I don't care. It might be a good match. I don't care about it. But I'm picking Miro. Because I do not like Hobbs. That little kid that got his drink poured on him, he deserved that because this was his favorite wrestler. Sorry, just saying. TBS title, Chris Statlander versus Ruby Soho. I do care about this match because sometimes Soho can have a good match. It's just she hasn't proved she's main event status yet. I'm gonna go a different way this time than I did with All In, and say that they want to make the Outcast look stronger. So I'm gonna say Soho wins the TBS title from Chris Statlander, but I won't be mad if Chris wins it because I'm a fan of Chris Statlander. Omega versus Takeshita. I'm sorry. Like I said, MJF ruined me on that names. And I'm picking an Omega. It might be a good match. Sort of care about it. Match I really don't care about, even though it's got two of my favorites in it. The ROH tag titles, MJF and Cole versus the Dark Order. Why the hell should I care about that? Alex Reynolds and John Silver. Why is the Dark Order still a thing? Oh God, it's terrible. And then, if the ROH tag titles are not the main event, I fully expect this to be the main event. AEW International title, Orange Cassidy versus Jon Moxley. Screw Jon Moxley, not a fan. He sucks. He just stumbles out there like a drunk dad coming home to beat his wife. So, and I do like Orange Cassidy. I'm picking Orange Cassidy to win this all the way. So that's my prediction of that. We'll see how it goes because, like I said, I did really good on the all-in predictions, and then, going from that to Payback. Payback was last night. WWE Payback was so good. Not every match was 5-star fantastic, no. But first of all, it started off between Becky and Trish in the cage. What a way to kick the shit off. Oh my God, I was blown away by that match. I was because Trish is the legend in this match. She's the Hall of Famer. You wouldn't think that the Hall of Famer would take a whole lot of big spots. She did, and she was brilliant in the match. She almost like she hadn't lost a step. I enjoyed this match so much. And people just kept kicking out, and I'm just sitting there going, oh my God, how's this going to end? I don't know who's going to win now. But then Becky won. My prediction of this event, I would have had a clean sweep, except for one match. Rey and Theory. I thought Theory was going to get the title back, honestly. Maybe I was naive or stupid for thinking that, but I thought he was going to get the title back. I was right about Rollins retaining. Great match, great main event. So happy Rollins won that, but I want Shinsuke to win the title. I'm not going to lie to you. Rhea versus Raquel, heavy hitting match. Like, it was a great, that's great competition for Rhea. But Rhea got the upper hand towards the end. Bam. Riptide. So, congratulations, Rhea. Miz versus LA Knight. That was a fun match. John Cena was the special guest referee. John Cena also made the show more entertaining with him talking. Even did a little backstage segment where he did an interview, and he was pretty funny. And doing this, when he decided he was going to be a special guest referee, he had a little, talking match with The Miz. But LA Knight versus The Miz, it was a really good way to showcase LA Knight. I see nothing but big things for him. And it ended with John Cena holding up LA Knight's arm. I loved it. Then we had the Grayson Waller effect. Special guest Cody Rhodes. I'm sitting there thinking, why is this in the show? Is something big supposed to happen? Like, what? Like, what's going to happen? Cody made an investment and got Raw a new superstar, and his name was Jey Uso, like with a remix to the tag team theme, and I'm digging it. I don't know how they're gonna go from here, except he's probably gonna have a couple of matches with Grayson Waller, but I'm excited. Jey Uso on Raw, like, this is gonna give Raw a lot more to go on. But and then one of my other favorite matches of the night, probably my favorite match of the night, Zayn and KO defending the undisputed tag title against the Judgment Day's Finn and Priest. Phenomenal match. So much happened in this match. Every member of Judgment Day, even the one that wasn't a Judgment Day member yet, JD McDonough, who I am a very big fan of, all interfered in a match. I couldn't believe. First of all, I love when KO and Zayn wore the hockey gear for the Pittsburgh Penguins. That was funny. Then Rhea speared Owens to the barricade. That was great. And it ended with Dominic hitting Zayn with a briefcase, and Finn made the cover. And then we have new tag team champions, and Finn and Priest. And it's now all four of them got all the gold. So now I'm just sitting here thinking, like, man, are we going to, like, that's why in the main event of Shinsuke versus Rollins, I partially thought that we were going to see Priest cash in and just make it a big trifecta of just a Judgment Day clean sweep this weekend. Well, not include Dominic. He didn't wrestle on the show. He should have, but he didn't. But Payback, great job for a pay-per-view that I wasn't expecting a whole lot from, except for a couple of matches. It had me entertained from beginning to end. Alright, we're going to go from here to did I give you yeah, I did. Yeah. Sorry. Anyways, yeah, for as far as NCAA football, for SEC football this past weekend, I mean, it's still going on because we still LSU versus Florida State is later today. So, and I picked LSU, but almost all my other predictions came true. The only ones that I did not predict correctly was Florida and Utah, and North Carolina and South Carolina. I knew it was a back and forth match for a little bit for South Carolina and North Carolina. Then North Carolina just pulled ahead. Sucks. But week 2, it looks like it's going to be a more interesting weekend with Bama taking on Texas. That infamous rematch from last year. Georgia, we're not facing nobody. Florida, they ain't facing nobody. But what was another one on here that was like, oh my god. Uh, oh, this one that I was like, whoa. I mean, Ole Miss is taking on Tulane, Missouri versus Middle Tennessee, Furman versus South Carolina, Tennessee versus Austin P. I think that's how you say that name. I don't know. Comment down below how do you actually pronounce the damn thing. But the one that I'm most excited about this weekend, that's probably going to be the game of the week, is Texas A&M and Miami. Miami has a long, good history. Texas A&M is starting to look good. I think this might actually be a back and forth contest. So we'll see, though. And of course, you know me, I'm picking all the SEC teams in this because they're facing us. All of them are facing on SEC teams. Bama technically is facing one, but Texas ain't in it just yet. They will be, but not yet. That's my predictions for that. And then NFL Week 1 is coming up this next coming weekend. Now with NFL, I only cover 5 teams because I follow my team, which is the Packers, and then I got friends who are, one is a Saints and Raiders fan, one is a Steelers fan, and one is a Panthers fan. Panthers facing the Falcons. Of course, I'm going to go for the Panthers, Steelers, and 49ers. I'm going to go with I'm pretty much going for my friends' teams. Saints and the Titans, I'm going for the Saints, Raiders, Broncos, yeah. And of course, my Packers, I'm going to pick them. So we'll see how that works out, though. Look, I'm trying to clean sweep and really just get all the predictions right. But good weekend of football, though. Georgia looked very strong. I didn't know how we were going to look because after the first quarter, we were just up 7-0, and I'm just like, man, it's kind of a slow start. I don't know, but then it was like 17-0, and ended up being 48-7. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with our performance. Do I think we'll three-peat? I don't know, but I'll be happy either way. Let's see. I covered wrestling. I covered sports, video games. Charles Martinet, he retired. I think I covered that in the last one, though. Starfield's coming out for Xbox. One day I'm going to give you an Xbox Series X just to collect the Xbox games, because I do want to play them. Starfield does hold my interest. I do want to play it. I'm not going to lie to you. Let's see. Nintendo did a direct some days ago on the 31st, and it was for the new Super Mario Brothers Wonder, and I am so freaking excited about it. Like I was already excited about it when I saw it at the last direct unveiled, but this one is just all about it, giving you details about the online play, the badge system, and all the different power-ups, which I kind of like the bubbles one, because you can spit a bubble and jump on it and get on. Oh, I'm going to abuse that. And I'm loving this also very selfishly, because I know whenever they do actually get around for the next Switch to make Super Mario Maker 3, they're going to include some of this, I think. I could be wrong, but I think they're going to include it, just like they're probably going to include Mario Odyssey. But that's neither here or there. But I am loving the game. I cannot wait for it to come out. Just like I can't wait for the Metal Gear Solid collection to come out. And I am excited. I bought some games digitally recently. Well, I've only really bought one game digitally, and it was Need for Speed Rivals on the PS4. Because I found it online for like $3. So I went ahead and just paid it out. I'm collecting. Whether it be digitally or physically, I'm collecting. Speaking of collecting, I added something to my DVD, I call it my Redbox collection. All the movies that I got from Redbox that you can buy, and it stays in its little jewel case. But I've added John Wick Chapter 4. I have not seen John Wick Chapter 4 yet, so I'm hoping to watch it very, very soon. Same thing with digitally on Vudu. I bought Little Nicky, which is one of the most underrated Adam Sandler movies. And I bought The Machine. One of my best friends, Zane, the one I told you about that died, he He wanted to see this movie so bad. He showed me the comedian special. He showed me the stand-up bit that this movie was based off of, and I laughed. Fuck you, this is Russia. But when this movie came out and Mark Hamill's playing a dad and the actual comedian's playing his part, I got excited for it. So it's on my Vudu, and I'm going to watch it very, very soon. Also, trying to think, what did I watch recently? Yeah, I talked about that. Trying to think what else. What else I watched recently? I know I watched more stuff recently. I just can't think of it right now. One that I will, the one I do want to talk about though, is I finally watched Ginger Snaps on Shudder. It was made in the 2000s. It's a really good movie about werewolves. It was very, very, very fun. Like, the main girl in it, I was like, I recognize her from somewhere. The one that played Ginger. And I'm like, oh, she was in Freddy vs. Jason. I forgot. But, really good movie. Really happy with it. I'm right now watching, like, not all the episodes have come out for Harley Quinn Season 4. So far, I like it. It's just, they do what they always do with the new seasons of every show. They want to integrate people just to do it. I'm not going to say what or why, because people are going to come after me and call me a foe, but either way, it was still a good show. I loved the whole dynamic of Harley and Ivy trying to balance their relationship, but also working on different opposite sides of the tracks. Harley's working for the Bat Family, and Ivy's running the Legion of Doom. So, comment below, tell me what you think of it, because a lot of people are saying that season 4 sucks, and in comparison to the other seasons, it does so far. But I still think it's good. I still think it's very, very fun to watch. But that's just me. So that's pretty much all I had this week. Not too much, not too crazy. Trying to think if there was anything else that I was going to talk about, but I can't think of it right now. So, anyways, thanks for listening. Whoever made it this far, I will talk to y'all later. I'm going to go enjoy my vacation.